Do you ever feel overwhelmed by the ever-changing world of technology? Tech It Out can help make some sense of it all. Breaking down geek speak into street speak, technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman covers consumer technology each week for every listener. Mark tackles the latest news, reviews, and how-tos to help you understand what's hot, what's not, and why.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 226 of Tech It Out. We have a packed show for you with many guests to get to, so I'll dispense with the small talk this week. But much of this last Tech It Out show before Christmas features gift guides, so we'll have lots of experts on the show today. Plus, we're going to kick things off with an interview about online music lessons that you're going to want to hear in a moment. All of this and more on an all-new Tech It Out, powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. Even with all the cool tech we cover on this show week to week, I'll be the first to admit that a real gift, like a meaningful and a long-lasting one that you can give a child or tween or teen, is the gift of music lessons. And speaking from experience, I can say that it can change your life learning an instrument. And guess what? Tech can in fact play a role here too, as we're now going to hear from Dan Spencer from bestmusiccoach.com. Welcome to the show, Dan. Good to chat with you.
Hey, Mark. Thanks so much for having me on. I'm excited to talk some tech and music.
This is the cross section. Now, before we talk about your work as a music coach, tell us a bit about yourself, Dan.
Well, I grew up making music. And I know you said besides being a music coach, but music has been such an integral part of my life from the get-go. The kids on the bus used to tell me to be quiet because I was the first and last stop on the school bus. And Mark, I sang all 45 minutes to school and all 45 minutes home, and I drove everyone nuts. So
In-A-Gadda-Da-Vida, one of the longest classic rock songs.
Absolutely. Getting some prog rock odysseys in there, going for some rock and roll, no doubt. Yeah, so music's really just been such a part of my life that there was no escaping it. Here we are now.
And I know that you've also authored some books, some of which have made it to the #1 bestseller spot on Amazon's music category. Congrats. That's awesome.
Oh, thanks so much. These books are really, really such an amazing thing that I've been wanting to share with people for so long. They are full color, high quality. They have QR codes that bring you to audio examples that are free for everyone. They have so many examples, drawings, diagrams, full writing. It's been a labor of love, and I'm so, so pleased that it's being received as well as it is.
So these complement your music lessons?
Absolutely. They're written so clearly, Mark. Some people are buying them and teaching themselves out of it. So I might have put myself out of a job by making such a good book.
That's not a bad problem to have, I guess.
I suppose not.
All right. But let's talk about you as a music coach. It must be a very rewarding occupation.
It lights me up every single day, Mark, to take someone at any level, whether it's someone on their first day learning whatever instrument or someone who's coming in for some coaching before they go in and record their second professional single, being able to have a positive impact on someone's life through music is such an incredible thing. And I'm so grateful to be able to do it.
Now, you said the instrument of their choice, but most music coaches that I know specialize in something like piano or guitar or singing.
The career that I've had in the music industry has been so varied and touching so many different areas that I do teach several musical disciplines.
Wow,
and that's
impressive.
Because I've tried being a pop star, so I know how to sing. I've tried being a rock and roll guitar star, so I know how to play guitar. I've played piano on recording sessions, so I know how to play piano. So from there, it's a question of how do you translate that information and break it down for someone in a way that they can digest, understand, and then be empowered to make music?
I'm going to ask you about bestmusiccoach.com in a moment, but if you're open to the instruments that they want to learn, what about music styles or genres? Is it also like whatever you like? Hip hop, classical, metal?
For the most part, I specialize in modern music genres, so I do not specialize in classical music. I also do not specialize in styles like flamenco or bossa nova, but everything else that's modern, I'm there.
Awesome. All right. So without further ado, bestmusiccoach.com. What is it all about? And by the way, I see your smiling face there with an average star rating of 5 out of 5. That's the average. So obviously you're doing something right.
So what it's about offering a platform for, let's say someone does want to play flamenco guitar. We have people who are specialists in flamenco guitar on there. So not only can you take lessons with me, but you can take lessons from incredible, incredible coaches that have degrees from places like Berklee College of Music in Boston. And these guys are the best of the best. And so they bring their expertise into the lessons along with the books. And we've really developed this website from the ground up using a lot of really fun technology and also building it custom step by step to make sure that every single part of this website enables and empowers people to learn music faster and more effectively.
So walk us through how it works. All right, I've got a kid who wants to learn how to play electric guitar. I go to bestmusiccoach.com. I choose you, Dan. We are chatting with Dan Spencer from bestmusiccoach.com. Do the lessons take place online, like over a video? Talk to us about the process.
Sure. So the sign-up process is just 2 quick pages, easy, painless. If you're a parent, there's a little button to add a child on there. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. And then we go straight on into booking the lessons. That's a 2-step process. Again, you just pick the day and the time that works for you. So there's no guesswork involved. And then I show up to the lesson, you show up to the lesson, and it's video chat that's all done on platform. We've built a custom video chat, essentially an app that has a lot of features for coaches to be able to write down what you're going to practice for the next week in real time. So there's never any question about what you need to work on, and the direction for your progress and goals are always very clear.
All right, so it's done over video. It's a one-on-one lesson, or is it a group?
There are one-on-one lessons right now, yes.
Okay, all right. So you're teaching somebody and they can read sheet music on that same platform as well as seeing you? Is it like picture-in-picture or split screen or something like that?
Well, I can do that on my end. I've got some video routing software. I actually can put pages of the book up and sheet music up and then point out things and mark it up with a pen. So it's like we're there in the same room together. But on top of that, we also have, to tie in with the books and the lessons, sheet music that's all sorted out. So the idea, Mark, is that someone could come in on day one. Again, this is Johnny Appleseed playing the guitar. And Johnny Appleseed wants to play, how about Eye of the Tiger, the classic. Shout out to Jim Peterick, incredible songwriter. And so they want to play Eye of the Tiger. Now, typically, Eye of the Tiger, that's a rather complex song to play on your first day. But what we've done is we've taken information from the book, information from the lessons, and we've made Eye of the Tiger playable on day one for beginners. So we essentially have 7 levels of music. So you can come in and play pretty much any song you want starting on day one.
So Dan, do you actually play along with the song, or it's something that you're teaching and then they are off on their own to play along and learn it?
Well, it's both. So in lessons, students will play along with the song. And sometimes the key of the song, and that's getting a little technical, but sometimes to make it especially easy for level 1, we might change the key of the song. So for that, the coach might actually change the key of the song. You can also slow down songs for free on YouTube, which is incredible. You can go on there, slow it down a half speed, quarter speed, and play along.
That's a good tech tip right there. Speaking of which, how are other ways that tech can enhance the music teaching experience for you and the student?
Well, there's a lot of really cool new apps out right now. Something that I love using is Earmaster. Now, I wish I had this when I was a kid. It's a downloadable application that teaches sight reading skills, ear training skills, recognizing notes and chords by ear, recognizing sequences of notes and chords by ear, and then also learning how to write them down. Note Flight is another great program where people can practice writing down full compositions. You could write a symphony in Note Flight. It's like $7 a month. Anyone can use it. It's incredible.
What do you think of GarageBand?
I love GarageBand. I am such a fan of GarageBand.
I love that it's free, that it's included on the Mac.
Not only is it free,
download it for iPad. Yeah.
Indeed, not only is it free, it comes with all kinds of loops and extras and sounds and plugins. You could honestly record a professional sounding record and release it. By the way, I say record like sort of old fashioned. What I mean is a song.
Hey, I already dated myself with that classic rock reference, so we're all good here.
You can write a song and release it professionally from GarageBand. I joke you not.
Before we wrap up, talk to us about how playing music can help kids improve academic performance outside of music.
Well, there's been a ton of studies done. One I really love to talk about. They looked at 100,000 high school students. And out of those 100,000 high school students, the ones that did intensive music study in addition to their schooling were on average 1 year ahead of their peers in academics like math, science, and English.
Wow. I'm not surprised. Again, I said off the top that I can attest to music playing a huge role in my life, but that's interesting to hear the link, this positive correlation between playing music and academic performance outside of that discipline. All right, Dan, as we wrap up, how much do lessons start at? And I'm assuming, again, the best website is simply bestmusiccoach.com.
Yeah, head on over to bestmusiccoach.com. Lessons start at $25, but I tell you what, people get 50% off the first lesson. So that's actually going to be $12.50, which is not too much of an ask. So head on over, give us a try, play your favorite songs. Day one. Let's do it.
Awesome. How long are the lessons, and do you need to commit to a bunch in advance?
You don't need to. We have a way of booking where you can just go one lesson at a time. This is great for people who want to try out multiple coaches. You want to try the right fit. You can take one lesson with me, take a lesson with another guitar teacher. Try everyone out. See what fits your style. Then when you find a coach that really, really you lock in with, then you can go ahead and save money with subscription lessons.
Okay, bestmusiccoach.com. Dan Spencer, it's been great chatting with you. Congrats on your successes to date, including the books that you've authored. It's a pleasure chatting with you. All the best for 2022. Thanks for carving out some time to chat.
Thanks so much for having me on, Mark. This has been a blast.
We'll talk with tech expert Amber Mac for some last-minute gadget gift ideas when we return. Stay with us.
Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want. Find the Tech It Out podcast at iTunes or wherever you get your podcasts.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, everyone. This show is powered by ASUS for those in search of incredible. ASUS creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life, and that includes its line of award-winning laptops and desktops, monitors, smartphones, tablets, smartwatches, and much more. For those in search of incredible, visit asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. Whether you're buying a gift for a new parent, searching for tech for a teenager, or keeping kids safe online, we've got tech expert, broadcaster, and public speaker Amber Mac with us with some of her smartest tech of 2021 for the whole family this holiday season and into 2022. Welcome back to the show, Amber, and an early Merry Christmas to you and the family.
Yeah, thanks so much for having me. It's an exciting time of the year for families and for tech experts, isn't it, Mark?
It's a busy time of year, but it is exciting, yeah. And speaking of families, Amber, let's start off with something for babies and toddlers.
Yeah, so we're going to start with the youngest kids on the list. This is for newborns to age 5. It's the Owlet Smart Sock Plus. Essentially, what it allows you to do is to put a little sock on your baby and be able to track their sleep, their heart rate, and oxygen level. You can get all of those live readings through the app and any of that historical data as well. So really handy in terms of peace of mind for parents.
Mm-hmm. Would this work on like date night, or do you need to be on the same Wi-Fi network at home?
Yeah, so you're able to get access to all of the data on your phone. So again, it just allows parents to have all of that information at their fingertips and to be able to do that tracking. And I think it's something that I wish I had when my son was little.
All right. So that's for kids 5 pounds to 55, from what I understand. Then are there different sizes for the socks? Like if you have like a toddler instead of a newborn?
Yeah, so you can go into the website and you can check out everything that is offered. There are different variations of the Owlet Smart Sock. So all of the information is over on their website. Yeah, and it's really meant for younger kids. Mm-hmm. And I've heard a lot of parents kind of joke that they wish they had one as well.
And we should also mention, speaking of websites, that your website, ambermac.com, will have photos of all these products and prices and all that, just to make it really simple to go to that one place, ambermac.com, to check out the Owlet Smart Sock Plus. And let's continue on. So what about a STEM-related toy, something that encourages science, technology, engineering, and math?
Yeah, so let's move to the children ages 6 to 10 category. So a little bit older, and you're exactly right. All parents want to encourage really healthy screen time, myself included. So this is the Osmo Genius Starter Kit and Math Wizard and the Amazing Airships. So essentially, just so people can visualize what it looks like, you need an iPad. And then with the Osmo Genius Starter Kit, you essentially set the iPad into a stand, and then there's a little Osmo attachment that is a mirror on top of that. And what that allows kids to do is to interact with these different pieces. In the case of the Math Wizard and the Amazing Airships, that means that they can move around these pieces and really go on kind of a math adventure where they're learning. It's all hands-on play, and it has that tactile experience to it, Mark, which I think a lot of us in the tech space understand is just, again, that healthier screen time, especially for younger kids.
And I love the fusion of the digital with the physical. So let's move up in age now and going to tweens and teens and, okay, their parents as well. Talk to us about a gaming router.
Yeah, so this is the TP-Link Archer GX90. And I've been thinking about the best way to explain this. And I think...
Ask your 11-year-old to explain.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're absolutely right. And I think he would probably use this analogy. You can think about it like being on the highway. And in this case, every single person who is online has their own dedicated lane of traffic. And that means that if you're a gamer, you can game in the fast lane without being interrupted. That also means that parents who are working or streaming, they can also kind of stay in their lane and have uninterrupted access to the internet. So it removes a lot of those wireless pain points.
So this is the TP Archer GX90. What about something for crafty types to help keep them entertained?
Yeah, I think a lot of us are thinking about printing photos that are on our phone. They're kind of collecting digital dust, which is a term many of us use. And this holiday season, this is something I think more and more of us can think about doing. So my pick is the HP Envy Inspire. This is an all-in-one printer. And what's really cool about this is not only can you print photos, you can do two-sided printing, but you can even do things like printing greeting cards for friends and family who are celebrating different holidays, not just during the December holiday season, but really all year long. If we think about tech, I personally am excited to see about how things have come back to that kind of tactile experience. We're thinking less about screen time and more about kind of touching things and creating things. And it's a movement that I hope continues into 2022.
It's something to do to keep the kids entertained as you may not be traveling this holiday season as well. Why don't we end off with something that can help protect kids online?
Yeah.
I think that's a good way to end it off.
Yeah, so Norton 360 Deluxe, this is software that has a feature built in called parental control. And this means you can essentially stay on top of what your kids are doing online, how much time they're spending online. You can limit their screen time. You can block unsuitable websites. Again, really great if you want to be able to have a better way to keep your kids protected in terms of their smart devices. And I think when it comes to any type of protection with software, again, this is something that parents, even though maybe they're not savvy enough to know exactly what to choose right away, more and more it's becoming critical in the home as we have so many devices that are connected to the internet.
Yeah, and I love that you can limit their screen time with this, and probably also with the TP-Link Archer GX90 app, whereby if they don't come for dinner when you call them, you can turn off the Wi-Fi. Not nice, but
essential at times.
It can be done. Amber, always great to chat with you. I love these ideas and how you've walked us through it by age. Again, happy holidays to you. Always a pleasure having you on the program, Amber. Be well.
Thanks so much, Mark.
All right, if you've got kids or grandkids, like little ones, then you're going to want to hear the interview with Meredith Sinclair when we return. Don't go anywhere.
Want to follow Mark? Google him. Mark with a C and Saltzman with a Z. Breaking down geek speak into street speak. This is Tech It Out. Tech It Out with technology columnist, author, and TV personality Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out. Well, we've got a few days left to pick up some last-minute gifts for loved ones, and if they happen to be on the younger side, we've got some great suggestions for you from tech expert Meredith Sinclair. Hi, Meredith. Welcome back to the show, and happy holidays to you.
Hi, Mark. Happy holidays to you. I'm so glad to be here today.
Awesome. So I know you've got like a half dozen ideas for the younger ones on our gift list. Why don't we start off with the Mermaid High Deluxe Fashion Doll?
Yes, these are super cool. So if your child is into the fashion doll craze, which a lot of them are, these are new dolls called, as you said, Mermaid High Deluxe dolls. And what's really fun about them is they're a magical circle of friends, and there are 4 dolls. There's Sierra, Finley, Oceana, and Mari, and they each have their own unique personalities. And they also come with like removable mermaid tails, so they can have, human legs if your child would like them to have those, or they can turn into a mermaid. made. And they also have really fun outfits and accessories. But the thing I like most, and I think that kids are going to love, is that there's also a little surprise hidden in a special shell. So they just drop it in warm water and then it pops open and it reveals this really fun accessory.
And I love the surprise part, a bit techie. So that's for me. So that's about $27, and that's from Spin Master. Let's now pivot and talk Playmobil. What's new from them?
Well, I adore Playmobil. I have 2 boys, and growing up, I love a set that grows with kids, and Playmobil always does that. And they always have really interesting new sets. So this year, the one that's their latest and greatest is called The Adventure of Ayuma Community Tree. And what's really fun about this is it is literally this spectacular multi-story treehouse. And like Playmobil does beautifully all the time, it comes with 160 detailed pieces and little interesting gadgets and things to do with it. And it also features really fun play environments with fairies and their soul animals, and they live together. And what's kind of fun and techy for kids is that it comes with an observatory with a telescope and a stargazing tower, but it also has a really cool projector inside. And when you turn that on, it creates a starry sky on your child's ceiling.
That's awesome. And that's, again, based on the Playmobil YouTube series called Adventures of Ayuma. And this is new from them. I love that built-in projector. It's about $149. And then VTech, one of my favorite kids brands. They just know how to make it educational and fun. Tell us what's new from them.
You're spot on. VTech's always super engaging for kids, and it's the same this year. They have something this year called the 4-in-1 Learning Letters Train. And what I love about it as a parent, one toy and it grows with them. So it starts off with floor play and turns into a walker and then a ride on and then a pull cart. And it has all kinds of really interesting things for kids to do. So it really encourages like fine motor skills and gross motor skills. So it's got a little travel book. It's got, the number buttons that we know from VTech, and they have interactive alphabet blocks, all kinds of things for them to push and pull. And as you said, there's just learning nonstop going on with that.
All right. Awesome. We are chatting with Meredith Sinclair. She's a digital lifestyle and parenting expert, talking about some great toys for kids. STEM is a big buzzword, of course: science, technology, engineering, and math. Tell us what's new from Magic Coders in this space.
Well, I love this. This is for your youngest little coders, 4 and up. We're starting kids coding at 4. Can you believe that? It's so much fun. So again, kids 4 and up, they're going to learn with this thing called Magic Coders, and it's by Learning Resources. So what this is, there are 2 fantasy sets. There's Sky the Unicorn and Blazer the Dragon. And kids are going to really learn STEM through storytelling. And at this age, that's the perfect way to learn it. And also it comes with this really fun thing called the coding wand. So when kids press the arrow buttons on the coding wand, they're literally coding their pet to do interesting things. So they can push code mode, and it helps the pet moved in different directions and all around the room. And then there's something called spell mode. And that allows kids to literally code their pets to dance around, light up, and do all kinds of things. So it's really cause and effect at this age. Look, if I push this button and I do it in a certain sequence, it's going to have an outcome with my pet.
All right. Magic Coders Sky the Unicorn and Blazer the Dragon toy is $55. Same price as that VTech 4-in-1 Learning Letters Train, by the way. We've got time for a couple more. How about the Tony box, Meredith?
Oh, I love this. I fell in love with this as soon as I saw it. So this is a screen-free smart speaker that really works in a simple way. And all you do is you put the characters that are called the Tonys on top of the box. So there are Disney characters. There are characters from all your kids' favorite movies, TV shows, and books. So you pop your little character on top. And then it turns into this great smart speaker. So there are little ears at the top. And this little Tony character is going to tell your kids all kinds of stories and play music. And kids can easily adjust the sound on the top by pinching. There are 2 little, something that looks like little cat ears on the top. They just pinch those, and that adjusts the volume. And they can also navigate the track selection all on their own by simply whacking the side of the box. I mean, that's exactly what kids want to do. They just want to whack the side of the box, and then it changes the song or the story. And right now, Target's got a really fun exclusive bundle that is all their, your kids' favorite Disney characters, but they have all sorts of characters, and you can find all of those at Tony's
And on the Tonybox app, parents can also record messages for the kids, which I really like as well, that they would hear through their smart speaker. $129 from Target. And then finally, let's circle back with more coding, but for a little bit older kids with the Osmo Coding Starter Kit.
Yes, I know Osmo is just known for innovation, and they've done it again. Like you said, this is the Coding Starter Kit, and this is for children 5 and up, but it really can go all the way to tween and teen, and classrooms are using this as well. So they use something called digital magic. So you pop in your iPad into the Osmo device, and then it's got this little red reflector mirror at the top. And what it does is whatever the kids are doing in front of the Osmo device on the table in real time, hands-on, it then translates that right into the iPad, and the kids can see what they're doing on the table actually happening on their iPad as well. So they're learning all kinds of, simple skills like problem solving, but they're also going to learn really complex skills like sequencing and looping and computational thinking. So again, I love anything that grows with kids, and this is definitely one that does that. So there are 3 different games in it. And like I said, it goes from beginner to advanced. So it's really going to take your kid all the way, like I said, from 5 to all the way up to maybe 14.
All right. And that's $99, Amazon, Target, Best Buy, and at playosmo.com. Meredith Sinclair, always great chatting with you. Wishing you a happy and healthy holiday season. Thanks for chatting with us today.
Likewise, Mark. You have a great holiday too.
You are listening to Tech It Out on the Radio America Network. A lot of the interviews on this week's show are tied to gift guides. We got a week left till Christmas, so we're going to chat with Stephanie Humphrey. When we return, I'll share some ideas too. Stay with us. More Tech It Out coming right up.
Breaking down geek speak into street speak. Tech It Out, hosted by Mark Saltzman.
Welcome back to Tech It Out, everyone. If you're on social media this weekend, drop by and say hi. Let me know what you think of the show. If you have suggestions for upcoming guests or topics, maybe you got a tech question about something that you're looking to gift or receive next weekend over Christmas. You can find me on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube. It's Mark with a C. That's M-A-R-C, Saltzman, S-A-L-T-Z-M-A-N. Speaking of shopping and the holidays, for years, I've been telling Tech It Out listeners that if they want to save money on purchases, and who doesn't, use the free Slick Deals website. It's also an app and a browser extension, as it's a community of millions that help sniff out and validate the best deals you can find, both at retail and online. And that includes so many deals and steals leading up to Black Friday and Cyber Monday last month, but that's just the beginning. Now there's Slick Deals Rewards. This is a brand new program designed to save even more. Slick Deals Rewards works exclusively through that browser extension for Chrome, Firefox, and Edge that enables you to receive cash back at participating retailers, as well as earning points for every purchase you make through Slick Deals that you can redeem for gift cards. Along with early access deals, Slick Deals Rewards will also find and try out all the best coupons for you with one click. To get going, simply visit slickdeals.com/rewards. That's slickdeals.com/rewards. All right, speaking of shopping, we've got another gift guide for you. Want to save the day this holiday gift-giving season? Of course you do. Well, tech lifestyle expert Stephanie Humphrey is here with us to showcase a roundup of some of her gotta-have-it gift ideas for everyone on your list. Hi, Stephanie. Good to chat with you.
Hey there, it's good to be here, and thanks so much for having me. I have partnered with some great brands today that I think will round out any of the missing items on your list.
Okay, all right. Before we talk about some of your gadget gift ideas, what would you say is a good tip that we should start off with when it comes to shopping online?
Right. With all the holiday shopping that we're going to do this season, you want to make sure you're doing it as safely as possible with PayPal. And here's a tip. While you're giving this holiday, you might also be receiving, because when you check out or donate to support causes for $10 or more with PayPal, you're automatically entered for a weekly chance to win $25, $50, $250, or even $10,000. So every gift you give or charity you support is another chance to win. Now, I use PayPal quite often, but I love it for a safe and secure way to shop online.
Yeah, for sure. They've got buyer protection in case there's ever any dispute with the online merchant that you're transacting with. So why don't we dive in then to Gotta Have It smart home gift ideas. That's a very trendy category within tech.
It is. And you can keep your focus on the holidays this season with the all new Ring Alarm Pro, because Ring is not just about video doorbells anymore. The Alarm Pro has a built-in Eero Wi-Fi 6 router for added security and 24/7 backup internet, so you always stay connected online. And then with a Ring Protect Pro subscription, if your internet goes out, you still stay connected. So this is a great gift for homeowners or renters to keep their network up and running and stay secure. And then we can help our loved ones get in shape with Fit XR. It's a VR fitness app available on the Oculus Quest, totally immersive virtual fitness club. So really great for anyone who might be put off by that traditional gym experience. It makes fitness fun and accessible for everyone. And you get the benefit of new workouts added every day, all designed by top fitness experts right in the comfort of your own home. So no more excuses. You can check it all out at fitxr.com. This is $9.99 a month, and new FitXR users will have access to a 7-day free trial.
All right, so fitxr.com, and it doesn't matter how you want to log on to that platform. It could be a phone, it could be a tablet, a laptop.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
And the Ring Alarm Pro as well. So why don't we end off with a couple of fun gift ideas, maybe for younger users too?
Yeah, keep those memories alive in real life with the HP Sprocket. This smartphone-sized photo printer is the perfect stocking stuffer and is designed for on the go. You can use the free app to customize the pictures from your iPhone or your Android phone, and you'll print glossy, sticky-backed photos that are perfect for saving in a scrapbook or on the side of the fridge. You can slip the HP Sprocket into a purse, a pocket, or a backpack, and you can actually share those memories wherever you go. I've owned one of these for quite a while, and I totally love it. It's only $79, and you can find it on Amazon. And then the little ones, we can't forget about the little ones. They are going to love the Baby Shark's Big Show Song Cube assortment. They are colorful and cuddly and plush, and they're song cubes that are based on the popular characters from Baby Shark's Big Show. Kids squeeze them, and they can play that theme song and sing along. And you can collect all 8 characters from Nickelodeon's animated preschool series. So you got Baby Shark, Mommy Shark, Daddy Shark, William, Vola, Hank, Goldie, Chucks. I'm sure the kids know all of those characters. They're only $7.99 each, so they make an awesome stocking stuffer.
And I'll politely recommend some noise canceling headphones for parents if they're getting sick of that song. But
they might need those.
It is ridiculously catchy. So as we wrap up, Stephanie, we're chatting with Stephanie Humphrey, tech lifestyle expert. What's the best website to see some of these products in action?
So to check out everything I covered today, go to techgifts.tv.
All right, techgifts.tv. Thanks for your time, Stephanie. Wishing you a happy holiday season. All the best. Merry Christmas.
Thanks so much for having me. You have a happy holiday.
You are listening to Tech It Out, powered by ASUS, the company that creates technology for today and tomorrow's smart life. And that includes its line of award-winning laptops, like its ZenBooks, its VivoBooks, StudioBooks, Chromebooks, and ExpertBooks. Head over to asus.com/US/radio for more info. That's asus.com/US/radio. When we return on Tech It Out, I'm going to share a few of my gadget gift ideas just ahead of the holidays next weekend. So stay with us. We'll be right back.
Follow Mark Saltzman on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Listen to Tech It Out whenever you want.
So as I mentioned earlier in the show, I had a lot of fun on TV this past week talking about some last-minute gadget and game gift ideas ahead of the holidays. I started off with PC Game Pass, which is an awesome gift for Windows gamers. Chances are you have one or more on your gift list. This gives you access to over 100 high-quality games for only $9.99 a month. And that includes classics like Minecraft, the new Forza Horizon 5, an award-winning car racing game, and blockbusters like Halo Infinite, which I've been loving. And that's the same day as launch. So instead of having to go out and buy a piece of plastic, instead you could just download it if you've got the PC Game Pass subscription the same day. You also get access to EA Play. That's for games from EA Sports like Madden and FIFA and Star Wars games too. And then for an extra $5 a month for $14.99, there's the Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which gives you all these awesome games to play on your Xbox or your Windows PC, as well as on your phone or tablet via the cloud. And that could be Xbox One, by the way, or Xbox Series S or X. Awesome stuff. Again, that's PC Game Pass or Xbox Game Pass Ultimate. Then I showed a great tablet. It's the TCL Tab Pro 5G. This is TCL's first 5G tablet in the US. It's a Verizon exclusive that has a gorgeous 10.3-inch display, perfect for games and streaming video, thanks to Next Vision technology. It also has high-resolution audio. And with Verizon 5G, you can video call or download apps and stream content without needing Wi-Fi. So when you're out and about, you don't have to log on to somebody's Wi-Fi. You've got it already with the 5G connectivity. Battery life tops 17 hours. There's reverse charging, speaking of battery, which means if your smartphone is dying, for example, just plug it into the tablet to charge it up. How cool is that? There's expandable storage up to 1 terabyte, multiple cameras, and more. It's only $399 for the TCL Tab Pro 5G. Next up, wireless audio is super trendy, and for good reason. The Nexigo Air T2 wireless earbuds are only $69. And this, by the way, is a CES, or Consumer Electronics Show, 2022 Innovation Award winner. These are ultra-thin and lightweight true wireless earbuds for iPhone, Android, works with computers and tablets, smart TVs, you name it, delivering loud and clear sound. I love the comfortable, snug fit, despite their small size. And when a call comes in, there's 4 microphones for crystal clear phone calls, so they can hear you and you can hear them very clearly. Battery life tops 7 hours per charge on these little tiny earbuds, thanks to this Qualcomm chip, and up to 28 hours with the case. And again, only $69 for the Nexigo Air T2 wireless earbuds. All right, a few more ideas for that gamer on your gift list. If you're shopping for someone who owns a PlayStation, Xbox, or PC, the WD Black D30 Game Drive SSD is awesome because it's external storage, but not only is it smaller than, I'd say, a deck of cards, but incredibly fast because it's not a hard drive. It's a solid state drive. It's more durable as well. And you can store up to 50 games on the 2 terabyte version. So check it out at WDBlack.com. That's the WD Black D30 Game Drive SSD. Prices start at $89 for the 500 gigabyte version. A couple of games to leave you with, especially for those retro fans. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 1 and 2 from Activision is a faithful recreation of the legendary skateboarding games. Now it's made its way to new platforms this year. So the PS5, the Xbox Series X and S, and Nintendo Switch. You've got the classic levels with HD or 4K graphics, depending on the console. New and old tricks to master, the original pro skaters and some new ones as well, many of whom were at the Olympics, the Create a Park feature, and a lot more for only $39 for both of those games. They feel as good as they play, by the way. I love the controller feedback. And then also from Activision for younger gamers, and also for only $39, is Crash Bandicoot 4 It's About Time, which is a blast. And then speaking of retro, finally, for under $20 is the digital-only Castlevania Advance Collection from Konami. In celebration of the 35th anniversary of Konami's beloved Castlevania franchise, this includes 4 fan favorites: Castlevania Circle of the Moon, Harmony of Dissonance, Aria of Sorrow, and Castlevania Dracula X. I'm going to geek out for a moment, but that's the Super Nintendo system game from '95. That was awesome. So now, though, you can rewind and save your game, and these were tough games, so I welcome that. You can access the entire soundtracks to some awesome music, and also unlock artwork from this series, so perfect for fans of the franchise. Castlevania Advanced Collection for $19.99 as a digital download for multiple platforms. Well, there you have it, a look at some gadgets and gear ahead of the 2021 holiday season. Can you believe it's only a week until Christmas Eve and Christmas Day? Wow. Well, I hope you all have a safe and happy holiday season. There will be more Tech It Out coming this year, and of course, fresh episodes in 2022, beginning with the Consumer Electronics Show, taking place in Las Vegas. I'll be there the 4th through the 7th in Sin City, and can't wait to report on all the high-tech goodies. We usually end the show with a tip, so don't forget to properly back up your important files onto a Western Digital or SanDisk drive for safekeeping. There's lots of sales this time of year. All the best, everyone. Happy and healthy holidays. Merry Christmas. We'll catch up with you next weekend for another episode of Tech It Out. Bye-bye for now.